spoken word poetry on the map, not just in the United States, but worldwide. Got a lot of respect for this dude. I hate saying nice shit about him because he's like my brother. You know, it's like when we just don't, you know, we don't compliment our family members and shit. You know, I still call my little sister ugly. But you know, the nigga is talented. You know what I mean? And not only talented, you know, he's forever hungry. You know, when you got 11 CDs, you know, put out of your own personal work, you know, and being your own music producer on top of that, and being on a plane every 3 minutes. This nigga's on a plane every 3.5 days going somewhere. I mean, that's a whole lot of motherfucking layover. You know, I be about to lose my mind on 45 minutes of layover. This nigga here is like, he does it. You know what I mean? Anybody that ever thought they did this should feel ashamed of even saying that they do this, that they ain't doing it like this. Coming to the stage from Baltimore, Maryland, by way of New Jersey. Y'all give it up for Taalam Acey.
You have to admit that it's often extremely hard to take, and there before the grace the ones who love me go I. And I survive through remarkable odds to make my talent do what it does, and I do it for love, but that I love being somewhat comfortable. Which means I'm compelled to give you something to make you want to do whatever you can to keep me innovating. And just like the best haters and body hating, spoken word is all that I am. The way that I walk, the way that I stand, the way that I strip my heart down for your amusement. And I know this seems confusing, but I'm using every skill I've ever acquired in order to do it. And even without a band, it still feels like music. Even without a DJ on the ones and twos, it moves the crowd as long as there's a connection. If the gift is a curse and the pain is a blessing. I just have to leave every verse to the universe's discretion. That way, no matter how you move through the field, you'll still catch them. And when it hits you in your chest, you will know it's all authentic, just like the darkest parts of our community with little bits of God sprinkled in it. And if you understand my heart, I need you to applaud when I'm finished, because honestly, it's the silence in your eyes that provides the reprise and incentive. And I've learned to cry blood that holds the fragrance of jasmine and burns like oil and decants and aphrodisiacs passion, because it's not enough for you to like the poem and let your hands get the clap. And I prefer knowing that when you get home, you're going to feel the need to wake everybody up and show them how it happened. The laugh and the pain, how mere words made it rain, how you use parts of your brain you didn't think you would need anymore. The way the poet's spirit left his body and creep like heat waves across the floor, throughout the building, and burn like sage slowly toward the ceiling, and whisper the regrets of our elders interspersed with the laughter of little children, and remind you of your brilliance with the resilience of ex-slaves that only been ex for like 2 days, making their way through the trees by the light of the setting sun. And tell your folks everybody knew when the poem was finished, because all the heartbeats in the room collapsed into one. And since I've been calling, I haven't written a lyric. I mean, why should I when I could call upon spirits with rhythms and flows that dance like Africans who slaved on rubber plantations in the Belgian Congo, whose souls blaze more brilliant than Leopold's. And even tonight as new graves grow cold and chlorofluorocarbons warm up the globe, they live like that deep-ass John Carpenter flick. I mean, can we agree that the Orisha still permeates Santeria? Can we agree that Bourdon has made itself at home in the Catholic Church? And if so, then when you see me amongst the leaves, don't think that I'm praying to the trees, I'm praying through the trees. Like this poetry is now playing through me. See, I am a vessel, but I'm like the good ship Jesus. I float in the direction which the actual Son of Man teaches. See, death is like a prison full of souls that had to surrender, but the inmates can still make things happen from the outside if you help to propagate their agenda. And she roots constellations, rivers, and streams. These are the evidence of things not seen. Think the Haitian Revolution was just Toussaint Desalegn. No, that was the evidence of things not seen. They say superstition is the name that the ignorant gives of their ignorance. And there must be a lot of superstition going around because cash has a spiritual significance with pyramids and acacia trees and signs and symbols of deities taken from our Kibbalan libraries and now permanently stored in the Vatican. And who am I? I'll be your operator, packing you into the infinite. If sex was death, it would be intimate, yet never reaching a climax, counting millenniums like days, intertwining my destiny with the stars like runaway slaves. You can trace my existence through drawings on caves, yet we submit to the same God. My job is to make you conscious of your subconscious, bring you to a new trance dance every time your mind gets aligned with parallel galaxies that the Pharisees can barely see, prepared to be taken to your ultimate destiny where your test will be to call me.